Unit 7. Vocabulary and Speaking. Transport. Exercise 1.
Bicycle, motorbike, plane, ship, horse and carriage, coach, tram, lorry, yacht, caravan, the underground, helicopter, ferry, hot air balloon.
Unit 7. Vocabulary and Speaking. Transport. Exercise 2.
7 cool ways to get around.
The Amish people don't use cars. They prefer to travel the old-fashioned way by horse and carriage.
Lisbon is famous for its green form of public transport, the tram.
The best way to see the Greek islands is by yacht.
You get a great view of the Sahara Desert in a hot air balloon.
These Irish travellers live in a caravan and take it with them wherever they go.
In London, the quickest way to get around is on the Underground, which is also called the Tube.
Chinese people like travelling by bicycle because it's cheap and healthy.
Unit 7. Reading. A feature article. Exercise 1.
Journey into the modern world. Channel 4 follows a group of Amish teenagers as they leave their homes in the USA for the first time to travel to Britain.
Who are the Amish?
The Amish are a group of people in the USA who live very simply, often on farms, far away from big cities. They prefer the old-fashioned way of life and avoid using a lot of modern gadgets. They don't have cars and usually travel around by horse and carriage. Amish teenagers spend most of their time with their families. Girls do a lot of household chores, like cooking and cleaning, while the boys help their fathers with jobs outside.
Meet Andrew Miller.
Andrew is 18. He's never used a computer, had a TV in his home, or owned a mobile phone. He doesn't wear fashionable clothes or listen to rock music. He prefers hunting with his bow and arrow and ice fishing. Andrew has lived in the state of Mississippi all his life and hasn't been to a big city before. He's never been to school either. His father taught him at home with his 12 brothers and sisters. Along with 4 other Amish teenagers, Andrew is about to go on a journey to Britain, which will change his life forever. Andrew's curious to find out what life in Britain is really like. I've read about the history of England in books, but I've heard terrible things about the English, he says. When he goes back home, he will decide whether or not he wants to continue living in the Amish society.
The trip.
First, Andrew is going to stay in London. He'll stay with the family of a British teenager who is interested in fashion and rap music and likes playing video games. During the rest of his stay in Britain, Andrew will have the chance to visit a nightclub, go to a music festival, and try some traditional British sports.
Watch Channel 4 on Friday at 8 p.m. to see how Andrew gets on.
Did you know? Lots of Amish teenagers use rollerblades to get around. Unit 7. Grammar. Exercise 5. Living with the Amish.
Charlotte is an 18-year-old student from Devon in England. A TV producer has chosen her and 5 other British teenagers to take part in a program called Living with the Amish. Charlotte has lived away from home before, but she hasn't been to the USA. She has just arrived at the airport in Ohio and is very excited. Some members of the Amish family that she will be staying with have come to meet her. Charlotte hasn't got much luggage with her. She has left her fashionable clothes, her laptop computer, and her mobile phone at home. She has not brought her makeup with her either, because Amish women don't wear makeup.
Unit 7. Pronunciation Lab. Difficult sounds. I and E. Exercise 1.
I. Live. Will. Ship. E. Leave. Wheel. Team.
Unit 7. Pronunciation Lab. Difficult sounds. I and E. Exercise 2. 1. Live. 2. Seat. 3. Cheap. 4. Green. 5. Hill.
Unit 7. Vocabulary and Listening. Verbs of Movement 1. Exercise 1.
Sail. Fly. Climb. Drive. Cross. Fall. Crash. Carry. Pull. Push. Follow. Arrive. Take off. Land.
Unit 7. Vocabulary and Listening. Verbs of Movement 1. Exercise 3. Around the world by bicycle. Guim Valls Teruel, from Spain, has become the first person to cycle around the world on an electric bicycle. Here are some photos of what he saw on his trip. It's easy to pull things with an electric bicycle. The great thing about an electric bicycle is that you never need to push it up hills. Cycling isn't much fun when everyone else prefers to drive. It's so relaxing to sail across the ocean. Guim managed to climb to the top of Mount Fuji in Japan without his bicycle. It took Gim weeks to cross Australia in the heat.
Unit 7. Vocabulary and Listening. A TV programme. Exercise 5.
Now, I'm not very fit and I don't really like cycling. So what am I doing on a bicycle? Well, this isn't a normal bicycle. It's actually an electric bicycle, or e-bicycle for short. It's got a battery and can go up to 25 kilometers an hour. And although you can use your own power, just as you can for a normal bicycle, if you're feeling tired, or, like me, you're just a bit lazy, you can relax and let the bicycle do the hard work. Now in China, electric bicycles are really popular, with about 125 million of them on the road. In Europe, however, it's a different story. People still prefer to use their cars to get around, even though they're more expensive to buy and run, and are very bad for the environment. But are electric bicycles really as easy to use as they sound? Today, I'm going to find out. I've left my car at home and am on my way to work in the centre of London on an e-bicycle. Well, it's a bit scary riding any kind of bicycle in central London with all this traffic. Oh, there's a hill coming up now. I'm going to switch the power on. Oh, this is great. I'm overtaking all the other cyclists now. I bet they think I'm really fit. If I was on a normal bicycle, I would definitely have to get off it and push it up the hill now. Right, here we are. I made it to work. Phew. Well, I definitely think electric bicycles are a great invention, and they really make cycling possible for everyone. It doesn't matter how old you are or how fit you are. E-bicycles are a great way to get around. They aren't cheap though. Prices start at about £600. But with petrol prices going up, who knows? Maybe they'll soon be as fashionable here as they are in China.
Pulse, Students' Book 2 by Michelle Crawford, published by Macmillan Education, a division of Macmillan Publishers Limited. Copyright Macmillan Publishers Limited, 2014. CD 3.
Unit 7. Cultural Awareness. Journeys in the USA. Exercise 2.
Route 66. Frequently asked questions.
What is Route 66?
It is a road that goes from Chicago in the Midwest to Los Angeles on the West Coast. It crosses 8 states and is 3,940 kilometers long. People sometimes call it the Main Street of America.
How long has it existed?
Since 1926. Now, however, there are newer, longer highways and Route 66 no longer appears on most maps.
Have people stopped using it now?
No. Many people, especially tourists, still travel on it because it is an important part of American history.
What's so important about it?
Route 66 was one of the very first highways in the USA. Cars were a new invention then, and wide roads like Route 66 made it much easier to get from one place to another.
Why has it become so famous?
In 1946, Bobby Troup wrote a song about Route 66, which became a big hit. Since then, many performers have recorded versions of the song.
Has the road changed a lot over the years?
Yes, it has, but you can still see what it was like in the past. Herman's gas station in Thorough, New Mexico, first started selling petrol in 1935. The Wigwam Motel in Holbrook, where you can stay in a Native American tent, has also been there since the 1930s.
Has anyone ever travelled along Route 66 on foot?
Yes, they have. In 1928, there was a race which went from one end of Route 66 to the other, and then continued to New York. The route was 5,507 kilometers long, making it the longest race in history.
What is there to see on Route 66?
The road passes through beautiful scenery, including the Arizona desert and the Black Mountains. There are also lots of interesting towns and sights on the way, such as the Grand Canyon.
Unit 7. Grammar in Context. Transport. Exercise 6.
A Journey Through the History of Transport by James Preston, aged 13. Have you ever thought about the transport you use every day? Have people used cars, bikes and trains for hundreds of years, or are they a modern invention? Read my project to find out. It's 1783. The Montgolfier brothers have flown for the first time, in a hot air balloon. It's 1814. George Stephenson's invention is going to change the world. Has he invented the car, the bus, or the train? It's 1863. London has become the first city in the world with an underground railway. At the moment, there is only one line. The other lines haven't started running yet. It's 1870. Lots of people are riding bicycles like this. Cycling has never been so difficult. It's 1903. The Wright brothers have designed the first plane with an engine. It's 1908. Henry Ford has opened the first car factory. Now people can own a car. It's 1976. For the first time, passengers have travelled by Concorde, a new kind of plane. It's faster than the speed of sound. It's 1995. The UK and France have finished building the Channel Tunnel. There is now a railway line between the two countries, which goes under the sea. Finally, in case you're wondering, George Stephenson invented the train.
Unit 7. Integrated Skills. All about transport. Exercise 3. 1.
Quick, Zach! Hurry up!
Don't worry, it's not going yet.
Yes, it is. Look, the doors are closing.
Oh well, we'll just have to wait for the next one.
But there isn't another one. That was the last train tonight.
Oh no!
We'll have to get a taxi now.
Yes, or walk home.
2.
Excuse me, can I help you with that?
Oh, yes, please. That's very kind of you.
Phew, it's very heavy. What have you got in it?
Too many things for a week in Manchester.
Yeah, right. Well, here we are.
Thank you. I'm glad it's got wheels. It was just the stairs that were a problem. Thanks again for your help.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your stay.
3.
Oh no! Look at all the people waiting to buy tickets at the ticket office.
Don't worry, we can use the ticket machine.
But I haven't got any change.
That's okay. The machine gives change. Look, you choose the station you're going to, like this, and then the kind of ticket you want, like this. And then you put the money in here.
What's the matter?
It isn't working.
What isn't working?
The ticket machine. That's why all those people are waiting at the ticket office.
Unit 7. Integrated Skills. Asking for travel information. Exercise 5.
Hello. Could you tell me how to get to the Arndale shopping centre, please?
Yes, of course. The nearest station is Shude Hill. Shall I show you on the map?
Yes, please.
OK. We're here at Cornbrook. Take the pink line to Piccadilly Gardens, then take the blue line to Shude Hill.
Where do I change trains?
At Piccadilly Gardens.
Great, thanks. How much is it?
Are you under 16?
Yes.
That's just £1, please.
OK, here you are.
Thanks. Bye.
Unit 7. Writing. A blog post. Exercise 1.
My blog, posted on the 8th of July at 10:14 a.m.